Okay, guaranteed to make me go. Not Syd Bolton. The fact that we're going to be talking about the 60 millionth IBM ThinkPad. Syd, welcome.
Thank you very much.
I got to work on millionth.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to say sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, the only thing worse is thousandth. Yes. So, the ThinkPad.
The ThinkPad, yeah. 18 years ago, IBM actually launched their portable computer system called the IBM ThinkPad. And it was interesting. It had something called the pointing stick. And for those people that know what I'm talking about, it's this little red nubbin that you can use your finger with. And that was actually designed with the purpose in mind that people actually waste a couple of seconds taking their hand away from the keyboard when they're typing over to the mouse.
People worry about this?
Yes, people think about this kind of thing. It's true. Absolutely true.
And they're making a lot of money, right?
Yeah, well, absolutely. And so they came up with this design that was implemented in the ThinkPad. What's really interesting about the ThinkPad, though, and as they roll out their 60 millionth ThinkPad this month, and now, of course, it's no longer IBM. The brand is called Lenovo, but it's still the same sort of line. It's interesting that a lot of the design elements that they had back in 1992, and actually the one that we're showing here today, actually that we have sitting on the desk, is actually there it is right there. That's actually from 1994. Interestingly enough, a lot of the elements that are on that laptop still exist today. So the way the keyboard was arranged and the way the other devices. Now, of course, the floppy disk drive has been replaced with a CD-ROM drive or a DVD drive and so on. And of course, the technology under the hood has improved and they've become thinner. But basically, they're very similar to the way they were back in 1992, which is pretty amazing.
Now, and talking about that back then, and the Personal Computer Museum, have you got laptops that actually had floppies?
This one here does.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah, the front has a floppy drive in it.
You're kidding?
No, absolutely. That's how it worked because there really wasn't optical media. It was invented, but it wasn't being used very popularly until about 1995. So it just wasn't really possible or feasible to have in something like a portable computer at the time. So
speeds, what are they like, or what happened in the 60
well,
million?
the speed, of course, this particular one's about 100 megahertz.
Okay.
So, and of course, now we talk of our computer speeds in terms of gigahertz. So most computers are, which is 1,000 times.
My daughter's got a Mac, and it's like 5,400 or something like that.
That's a different number.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, shows you what I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I only know that because I'm trying to fix her laptop, and I got it wrong.
Right, but that's okay. That's
so
probably
that's
probably the RPMs of the hard drive.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's what
54,
it was. Okay.
That's what that number sounds like. But ThinkPad's also interesting because it was the first laptop ever in space. And a little bit of trivia here: there's actually 100 ThinkPads at the International Space Station, making it the most prevalent computer technology in outer space.
Well, since Sam told me today I look like William Shatner, I think we have a theme show going here.
Well, there you go. That's perfect.
Good work there, Spock. A price way back then would have been what?
Actually, that's a good question. Probably on our website, pcmuseum.ca, you would probably have that listed there. But they're probably very similar in some ways to the way they are right now, which is like, $1,800 to $2,000 for like sort of a fuller, top end one. Now, of course, you can get them cheaper today. But, of course, what you were getting for your $2,000 back then was very different than what you would get today as technology improves. But these have actually been a staple of business. They're not necessarily the most common laptops that someone at home might have, but certainly for business and their reliability, they've really been number one throughout the years. So it's
I gotta
interesting.
ask you a personal question because
Sure.
I mentioned my daughter's having some fun with her laptop, and supposedly the hard drive's gone. Refurbished hard drive. Why does that make me want to go?
Yeah, refurbished hard drive doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like refurbished drivetrain for my car sort of thing,
Yeah, well, hard drives are one of those things that they're the most common thing to go on a computer. So you definitely, I think with those, for the most part, you want to stick to new because, I don't know, refurbished means something went horribly wrong and now we've fixed it so that it's not so wrong. And it's a physical thing. Like that, it's different with a refurbished computer in general is not so bad. It could actually be just that somebody got it and they didn't like it and they returned it. But a refurbished hard drive,
it's like 3 heart attacks. We're going to make yours better. So, Syd,
good.
thanks for coming in today.
No problem.
We're back tomorrow. We're going to be talking about Skip and talking about pets. And as always, thanks to our staff, our volunteers, thanks to you, and thanks for doing it inside Brant.